Hello and welcome to the Street Aesthete channel. Today we're going to be playing some Battle Royale Geoguessr. Without further ado, let's get queuing. If you enjoy the music that you hear in this video, then do go and take a look at my first channel, linked in the description, where I upload all of my original music. And here we go, our first 1 minute round, Distance Battle Royale. We're dropping into what looks to be an Asian location. I'm going to try and play no moving, I think, this game. We've probably got enough clues here to give us a pretty good idea of where we are. I'm noting the terracotta looking tiled roofs. Just going to check the sun. Not much help to us on this occasion. I've got a few places in mind. I'm thinking about Sri Lanka, but I'm more thinking about Indonesia, and with a tiled roof like that, I'd be tempted to go on the island of Java, somewhere quite rural, so between the bigger cities here. Let's go for it. We place right at the top. That's where I like to be. Okay, and where were we? We were indeed on Java, right out on the tip. Oh, in fact, not on Java, on a separate island. I don't know what this one is called, Madura Island. I don't know if I've ever seen a round come up there before. Okay. We're driving on the left. We're in a very large, conspicuous Google car. Copyright 2023. Sun sort of looking as though it's going to be in the north, putting us in the southern hemisphere, but I can't be too certain about that. I think there are only two places that are possible here, and they're both in this area. It's either Kenya or it's Uganda. Kenya, we usually see the little snorkel on the side of the car. We don't see that here, but that doesn't mean that we're not in Kenya. On the whole, I'm still thinking Kenya. It's quite dry, so I'm going to put something in down here. Okay, top of the leaderboard again. It's a good place to be. Oh, and we've just been picked, but not to worry. And where were we? We were indeed in Kenya, but actually a little bit further west, more into this, well, it's greener on the map. And I've gone for the kind of sandier area here. The colours don't always match exactly with the type of terrain you see. Okay, we've got a European round here. It looks reasonably wealthy, doesn't it? Very clean. Nice cars. I initially thought there was something a bit eastern about it, but I'm starting to doubt myself on that count. Something maybe a bit southern about it as well. The copyright might help us here. 2023 might put us in Germany. I'm not totally enamoured of that, but I think if we were in Germany, we might be kind of somewhere in the south, near Stuttgart, perhaps. Let's put it in. All right, this is going really well. This game, I'm pleased with this. I do think we're probably in Germany. All of the Germany coverage was made in 2023, so that's a nice tip for you. And we were indeed not quite in southern Germany, kind of just south of central Germany, outside Nuremberg, Erlangen, Geiselwind. Okay, the tram makes me think of Eastern Europe straight away. Let's see if we can get any language information here. Kaunas. Okay, so it's Lithuania. On the A1. Okay, we can see directions to the some major cities here. Kaunas being the second city of Lithuania. So I think we are very likely here in Vilnius, especially with these skyscrapers here. So let's get into the map and see if we can find anything that looks like it might fit the bill. What can we tell here? We're looking perhaps for the CBD, the Central Business District. So we might as well just kind of go in the centre. Didn't even see quite what we placed there. We placed third, although I think the city was probably obvious, so not too surprised there. Oh, and actually on the other side of the river. I seem to have gone more in the old town, which is clearly not where we were. Okay. Europe, white road lines. And nice sunny coverage. It looks pretty southern. I'm checking the sky for a break in the coverage. I'm not sure if that is the break we normally see. Sometimes in Albania and Montenegro you see a scar across the sky. I don't think we've got that. Gaberia. Now with that JE kind of ending, I was thinking a bit of Croatia, but now I've seen that, I'm definitely leaning more towards Slovenia, which definitely fits with the landscape, the architecture. I think we'll put it in. Maybe a bit closer to the Croatian sides, or perhaps in the south. And let's stick it in, see where we end up. Okay, good stuff. 175 kilometers ahead of everybody else. I'm liking it. Also noticing, I was going to mention the nicely put together rock wall there, and the kind of concrete staircase up to the house. Those kinds of things. You've got a bit of Western Europe with the nice rock wall, but you've also got sort of Eastern European post-Soviet influence with the concrete there. Okay, another European round. The Vey ending, which is leaning us towards some of the Scandinavian countries, like maybe Denmark, maybe Sweden. This is probably the first round we've had that I've found particularly tricky. Denmark certainly does come to mind, but so does Sweden. I'm really between the two. Let's see if we can glean anything from the architecture. I think the red brick means we've probably got to go in Denmark. Would I put us on the Jutland Peninsula? Would I put us on an island? I don't know. I'm going to go for Odense on the island of Fyn. Okay, second place, we'll take it. Not too bad. And we were in fact on the Jutland Peninsula. At least we got the right country. Good stuff there. Somebody way off in Serbia. And rightfully dismissed from the game for that guess. Okay. Immediately thinking of South America with this kind of shoddily cemented red brick. We've got some big snow-capped mountains over there. I'm just going to check the compass to see if we can confirm south. Sun looks as though I think that would be the sun over there, which is looking as though it's kind of in the southern portion of the sky. I think on this occasion I might choose to distrust it. I'm thinking about Peru, Ecuador also possible, even Bolivia. Not too sure here. I'm going to go for Peru. I think that's most likely on a round like this. And I have to say, South America is always my weaker suit. I'm going to put us outside of Lima, maybe a little bit further south. Okay, let's put something further north in that case. We've got time to make another guess. Looks like we've bitten the dust. It's a pity Ecuador didn't even occur to me. I thought it looked far too dry and cold for Ecuador. I don't think we did too badly, considering we were playing no move. And we've got slightly smaller contingent of players in the game this time. Let's get ready for the first round. We'll go for no move again. Of course, the other players will be able to move if they want to. Tricky round here. There will be very knowledgeable players who know exactly where this is right off the bat, but I'm not one of them. Now, I don't know where we are, but I'm definitely thinking about the Southern Hemisphere. I've got South Africa in mind, also Australia, but I'm also thinking I was thinking it could be an island somewhere, an unusual island, especially with all this avian wildlife, but seems too wide open and too flat for an island. So I think on the whole, I'm going to have to go for South Africa, but I don't really like it. I'm not feeling good about it at all. And yeah, not a great guess. I think while we've still got time, let's kind of put something around where's Christmas Island. I don't think that's where we are, but no. And it was, yeah, I thought it would be somewhere in the Pacific. And that was the Midway Atoll. Undoubtedly one of those bits of coverage that veteran Geoguessr players will be very familiar with. I think we're fortunate to stay in the game. Okay, so I'm thinking about Turkey, but now that I've seen the language, I'm no longer thinking about Turkey, and I'm thinking much more about South America, and indeed I'm thinking about rather extreme South America, especially with these white road lines, unless of course we're actually in Europe. But everything about this is keeps changing my mind between South America and one of the poorer parts of Europe. I think with a green road sign like that, I'm thinking more about America. So I'm thinking of Chile, most certainly dollars, a dollar sign there. Yeah, I think we've got to go for Chile here with a white road line. Quite far south, maybe we'll go for Temuco, kind of around here. Let's put it in. Okay, not too bad indeed. A bit further north, closer to the capital of Santiago, and it was Viña del Mar, Valparaiso, and Quilpué. Not really come across any of those cities before. Chilean coverage, in my experience, tends to be in either the capital or where we clicked. Okay, another South American round here. We've got the sun pretty firmly in the north, putting us in the southern hemisphere. I was going to say, I was thinking very much of Colombia. We're unlikely to be in this southern hemisphere part of Colombia because I don't know if there's even any coverage down there. So certainly thinking about Ecuador again here, even northern Peru possible, but yeah, I think Ecuador has got to be the play here. And not being too clear on exactly where we are, I'm just going to click in the middle of the country. And it has certainly paid off. We're thousands of kilometers better off than any of the other players here. I think in this game we may well be in with a chance of winning, which would be nice after our defeat last time. And looking through the filtered over coverage, I can already see that this is my own country of the United Kingdom. So let's see if we can put the others to shame by making a great guess here. Lanark Road. Immediately with a name like Lanark, I'm thinking of Scotland. Hillingdon.gov.uk. Okay, Hillingdon Council, these are big clues here. We're not in Scotland, we are in London, and we are in the London borough of Hillingdon, which is, I believe, over on the west side. This is Hillingdon, so where could we be? I mean, somewhere near Uxbridge is possible, Hayes and Harlington. Yeah, I think we'll just stick it in there. That's probably going to be, wow, okay, yeah, we've got some good guesses here. There must be more information available to those who are able to move. I can actually just see that bus there says Ruislip. So if we're on our way to Ruislip and it's to our north, yeah, we're probably still in the right area, but maybe a bit closer to Ruislip. No, we were in fact further south, right near Hayes Town. Not to be confused with Hayes, Kent, which is just around here somewhere. There it is, the other Hayes, the two Hayeses of London. Okay. Not immediately jumping out at me here. My first thought was Asia, and then I was thinking of South America, but no, I think the reason I thought of South America was this black sign with the white arrow, which reminds me of road signs that you see in Chile and Argentina, but no, I do think we're in Asia, especially now I've seen that gentleman. Whereabouts will we be? We're driving on the right. We've got this kind of concrete road, which I would normally associate when you see a double concrete road with
Philippines, but it's not what we have here, but I do think we're in the Philippines, and I'm just going to go for a safe middle guess and hope for the best. Wow, we are way off. So we are in South America. In fact, we are in fact in South America or in Central America. Okay, that's probably just rescued us. But yeah, Puerto Rico. Well, we were in fact in the United States. This is Puerto Rico, isn't it? Yeah, wow, I completely misread that round. I'm amazed that I didn't get kicked out there. It wasn't a typical Filipino double slabbed concrete road, so really got thrown there. Okay, we're in Europe. 2021 coverage. I was initially thinking of Germany, but the 2021 rules that out. I could see France working here, but there's just something not quite French about it, something about the road quality. So I'm going to go for a slightly unusual guess here. I'm going to go for Belgium. Belgium we usually think of as rather a flat country, but actually in the French-speaking part in Wallonia down here, you do get a bit of hilliness like that. So I'm not totally convinced by this guess, but it looks like it's okay. If we're not in Belgium, yeah, France certainly possible. I could see Poland, maybe Czechia, but yeah, I think Belgium is probably right. And okay, it was Luxembourg. Not too far off. We may even have been in the Luxembourg region of Belgium. It's possible. I thought most of the Luxembourg coverage started in 2023, but evidently I'm wrong. Okay, looks like another European round. Rama Vasa Masa Ziela. Okay. So, Iela, I believe, is the word for road or street in Latvian. And everything we're seeing here looks Baltic, so that would certainly back that up. Where would I place this in Latvia? Difficult to say. I know that there is a fair amount of summary coverage in the west of Latvia, so I'm probably going to put us in the east, just kind of in the middle, maybe hedging a little bit closer to Riga, and let's see where we end up. Okay, so we are potentially going to make it into the final round here. And Marcos Costa has made 2 poor guesses, so it looks like, yep, we are in the final, just on the outskirts of Riga there. And here we go, the final round. Now I've got 3 guesses to use, and I intend to use them all, so we're going to be guessing quickly. It's a tricky one. It looks like Europe to me. It looks like Southern Europe, around the Mediterranean. So I'm going to put one in Greece. I don't love it. Maybe we're a bit more kind of Croatia, more kind of over a bit further into the north of the Balkans. It should be more mountain. It's quite rocky here as well. Now I'm starting to like Greece. I'm maybe going to put one in Albania. I might even just be cheeky and put one in the sea. Kind of hedge for Italy, Croatia. I doubt we're in Montenegro. I think it's more mountainous on the coast there. And, just in case I'm completely off here, I'm maybe going to put one in Spain, or maybe on Palma. I don't know. I'm stuck here. Knocked out, and deservedly so, because we were on Bermuda. Wow. I was not going to get that. There was probably some tell visible in the coverage that would have told a really experienced player that that was Bermuda coverage, but I did not pick it up. There's just no way that we were in Utah. You could see a huge body of water that was quite clearly the sea over there. But anyway, I'm coping and seething, so I'm going to admit defeat there and call it a day for this video. If you have enjoyed the music that you've been hearing, then do go and have a look at my first channel where I upload all of my original music. Stay tuned for more Geoguessr and for Street View exploration videos.